We are the Door-to-Door team. This is the Door-to-Door team podcast.
I always do get excited about people seeing the real in the door-to-door space. I'm wanting to be able to share more authenticity.
Where we talk about the highs,
formulated my mindset to always think and always believe that I'm going to be the best.
the lows,
I have a 3-year-old and I do this for them.
and all the in-between of door-to-door. Okay, y'all, welcome to another episode of the Door-to-Door Team podcast. And today, y'all are lucky because we got the one and only Tyler Tatum sitting right beside me. And I don't know if y'all know this, but this kid has like his signature dance move. I don't know how many of you feel like you actually have a signature dance move that like people would know you by. This is one of those guys.
Yeah, definitely. It's everybody's signature dance move. It's the gritty. Yeah.
I mean, but he does it well, and maybe we'll do a little B-roll of that. But we're excited to have him because Tatum is like, I don't want to say mascot, but like he's got such a magnetic energy that, and with the dance move, I'm just kidding, no, but with his energy and his personality, he is like one of the like pillars, because I think mascot makes it sound too like jokey.
For sure.
But like a pillar of our team. Like you've been here a while, with so many new people on our team, you know, like you're someone that people can look up to, that people can try to emulate and learn from. And you share with our team with such ease. I know sometimes you feel like you might be oversharing, but it's because you've learned so much and you've grown so much. And that's, I think, what I would love to start with is letting you share a little bit of how you got here. Like, how did you become part of this team and choose this? And then I'll follow up after that.
So I got here just because I was already in Pure, and so I just, felt like where I was just didn't resonate, and so we just explored a little bit more options.
But how'd you get to door-to-door then?
Oh wow, we going like back. Okay,
I mean, just a little bit. Like, why did you choose this career?
Well, it's crazy. It's a crazy story. So like, I really always school events, like cookie dough, all that stuff. Like, I was like, I'm out here selling. Like, I'm finna hit them doors. I'm finna be talking to people.
I love picturing you selling cookie dough.
I'm telling you, I was out there like, as soon as I would get my sheet, I'm like, okay, I'm going for the limo. Like, I'm getting the trip. Like, I'm getting the whole 9 yards. Get out there and grind. So, like, I always knew that if I wanted to do this, I could do it because it was like I always had fun doing it. But then at the same time, I didn't know this was even a career. So, fast forward like 10 years after that, and I just ended up having a friend that was coming out doing it, and he's like, man, I know they told me to get people that are driven, motivated, like they'll come out here and work. They're not going to dodge the work. Like, he was like, you're the only person in my life that I could think that would come out here and take this serious. I'm like, all right, bro, let's go. So I came out to sell pest control first off. We all know like how that goes. And then met a guy that said, hey, come to solar, make real money. And so came to solar, and then I haven't looked back. It's been pretty fire. Like, it's teaching me things about myself every day outside of making money, like showing me things that I never even knew were inside of me. So I love it a lot for sure.
I love that. I think you've been such a good example of like applying what you are learning. And as you say that, like, what are some of the things that you've learned about yourself in this job that you don't think you would have learned a different way?
Definitely that I have an issue with what is it called? Delayed gratification. So if I would have been at a 9 to 5, just working like every day I'm coming in, I'm working my hours, I get my check next week, like, it's not gonna teach me that. Like, I'm getting my gratification every time that check hits my account.
Right.
But it's like in this, you have to learn that whether you're getting that long success and it's back to back to back, or if you're in a like drought, you're still that same person, like, no matter what. And so you be grateful for like, hey, I'm gonna get it, because I know what I'm putting in, like, it's gonna come. But without coming here and seeing this and having to do that, I would have never learned that I have an issue with that. But it's something that I'm working on, and actively, like, all the sources that I have at my disposal, I'm like, what was it in your mind that clicked? Like, what made you realize, okay, I don't need it right now. Like, I'm gonna keep working, like, it's gonna come. Like, what gave you that? And everybody tells me the same thing, it's just doing the work. Like, you doing the work, constantly showing yourself that no matter how much you do the work, like, it's gonna always happen. That's gonna show you that you're able to, like, just not worry about it right now and just go do the work. Yeah, that's the process I'm in right now. Trying to master it.
I mean, and that is, I think that's the journey that we all know is part of door to door, is being real with ourselves, and it's such a mirror for our strengths and our weaknesses. It's very clear what those are. What's a strength that you've recognized since you've been doing this job that you're like, wow, this is something I really offer and bring to the table?
I mean, I would just, I guess, say, like, leadership, because, like, I've stepped in and, you know, I feel like myself that I've been able to help a lot of people see that either this is something or isn't something that they can do. Like, and so that is something that I struggle with, because it's like, oh, I have people come in, they look at this and they're like, man, like, I can't do this, because after watching me. But it's like, no, that's a good thing, because I showed them the real. I showed them what this entails, like the hard work that it comes with. And a person can look within themselves and know, okay, either like I really can do this and try, or I might not be able to do this. And so it just showed me that people follow me, follow my words, follow my example. And, you know, that's something that I've always wanted, because I wanted to be a teacher. So it helped me a lot to see that that is a strength. Teaching people is something that I'm good at.
No, I love that. I love that. And you've been so valuable as a leader on this team, and as a leader because of what you're capable of on the doors, and also the energy that you're capable of. And I know it's not always easy to maintain the positive, especially when you feel the weight of having to carry other people as well. And I know for you, Tyler, this summer has been different than your past summers because of your choices. Will you share, like, what you're working on right now, like your specific, like, habits that you're holding yourself to, and why you're doing that?
Austin Wood, shout out to him, like, straight up. Austin Wood, ever since I got here, like, last year, my first month with Uprise, like, with the door-to-door team, like, I was able to go to San Antonio, and I'm like, okay, when I was figuring out my path, I seen, like, the success he's having. I'm like, man, okay, I get to come back and be firsthand with this guy. And so from day one being here, like, getting that, like, opportunity to be around him, I've been taking advantage of that. And he's the one who came up with ruthless accountability. And so ruthless accountability is holding yourself accountable to these things that you decide in your life that are gonna like take you to the next level. Like, whatever those things are, whatever it is in your phase of life, it's advancing you to the next level of what you're doing. And you can't, no matter what, falter on those things every day. And so my 3 things is knocking 100 doors, going to get a 30 to 45 minute workout every day, and then my last one is listening to a mindset podcast. Because I know that mindset is what I struggle with. So that's, like, something I'm gonna make sure I'm putting in there to implement every day to keep me going forward. So it's been working wonders, even when I think it's not. Because it's like, you look for the monetary success, that's what we're taught. Like, to look for the money and what we're getting as, oh yeah, it's working. But it's like, no, I've seen, like, it's putting me in a spot where I'm not afraid to do anything. And I'm showing myself that no matter what happens, I'm finding a way to do these things every single day, and it works wonders for sure.
I mean, that's amazing. How late have you worked to get those 100 doors in?
My latest day was like 10:54. I knocked my last door. It was like 2 weeks ago. That was, if somebody would have told me coming in the door to door, like, PSA, if you feel like you can't knock at night, if you ever have that feeling, that's just your mind saying you can't. Because if somebody would have told me that, I tell everybody, it's like, if they said that to Tyler coming in first year, you're gonna knock your last door at 10:54, bro. I'd have been like, you're sick. Like, you're tripping. No way. Not me. I won't be out there.
I'm just like mind blown right now because I'm barely crossing the line of like doors past 9 o'clock. And I just don't, I can't even imagine how people are responding to you after 9:30.
Yeah.
And like into the 10 o'clock hour. Yeah. Is anyone responding positively?
Yeah. It was different for sure, but definitely I had the negatives. That night, I actually had the cops called on me twice in 2 different cities. So
I probably would have called the cops on you.
So it definitely comes with the negatives, but you know, I was able to still, after going through that adversity in the day, like I'm like, okay, I'm still gonna find a way. Like that day, my phone died. I went to Dollar General and bought a note, pen and paper. Start writing my doors, my whatever the person said, not home, whatever it was, in the notes. Then like I finally got after the cops got called on me, I got to charge my phone on the way to the next area to finish up, and then like I got to really like start tracking and putting everything in and really effectively knocking. But the responses, like I had good ones as well, because it was a guy that literally, if they didn't have bad credit, I probably would have set them right there. Like 10, it was like probably 10:30 because that was like my third to last door. So I probably would have set him. Like if he would have had good credit, but he was like, yeah, we already went through it. Like we didn't qualify. The wife's like behind him, like, what are you doing out here this late? He's like, hey, it's okay. Like, cause I mean, it's just mindset.
Yeah.
You get ahead of it. Like that's something that Austin Wood, he is great at. He taught me like, getting ahead of it and just being like ready. Yeah. You know, it's like dark. Go to the houses that are light. Yeah. You know, come like, hey, I know it's like a little late. You know, make it super quick. Yeah. Like just making sure you're getting there. But hey, if they got them like front lights on, you know,
never know.
They're up in there. Like they're definitely woke. When you see the front lights on, like I've yet to have a person that was like in the back and the living room light was on. So it's all like it's just about pushing yourself to that next limit, and that's what that ruthless accountability does.
Amen. My last question for you, Tyler, with these goals that you have and this capacity that you're seeing in yourself to change, not just like hoping for a certain financial outcome, but what are you hoping, like if you could describe yourself and your situation at the end of this summer?
For sure.
What would you describe? What would you hope to be and see?
Finances definitely aside, like we know, of course, that comes when you're putting in the work, but I feel like mainly just seeing that I grew in those departments, like I was talking about, delayed gratification. Like if at the end of the year, like even whether or not I'm paid the way I feel like I should, if I'm not worried about getting my next check, like, and I'm able to just effectively give my energy to this every day coming out here without worrying at all, like that would be a massive growth. And I know that coming into 2025 with this amount of work, that mindset, everything I'm putting in, like it would be ridiculous, the growth that I'm gonna see that next year. So definitely getting rid of worry. If I was able to be, you know, confident in myself, my ability, and just knowing that the work is gonna get me the outcome, like no matter how long it takes, like it's gonna come tenfold when it does. Just put the work in. If Tyler is able to know that every single day waking up, at the end of this year, I'll feel amazing with this year, like no matter what.
You got it.
Hey.
The phrase that comes to mind, this has been a mantra for me as well, is relaxed confidence. Like no worry, but like you're so confident because of the work that you're putting in, the things you can control, right? I think you and I have been learning a lot about controllables and recognizing what we can affect and what we can't with our own actions, mindset, work ethic. So that relaxed confidence, I feel like that's gonna be you.
Yeah,
for sure.
Gonna be in that flow state.
Yeah.
You know, like definitely flowing with the waves. Like I'm gonna be the wave for sure by the end of this year.
Yeah, you are.
You know, without a doubt.
Big wave.
Hey, big wave.
Let's go.
Yeah, you know, big wave season. You feel me? That's how we do.
We're so grateful to have you. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
You're inspiring, and I think people can learn a lot from you, knowing that you are not where you want to be yet, but you are doing the work of the person that you want to be already. And that's powerful.
And I feel like that's like the key thing right there. Like that's something that Antoine talks to me every day. He's like, you're building the person that you're gonna be. Like every struggle that you go through right now, hard day when it's feeling like, oh my goodness, like I went out here and knocked on the doors, like it wasn't the best day. It was like, cause you just put another building block into that person that you're gonna be. And so like if you're feeling any hesitation, you feeling like you're not going in the right direction, if you're putting in the work, no matter if you're seeing the results, like you're building that person. Know that you are getting better. Like it's gonna be hard. Coming from, I'm doing it right now. I feel you. It's hard. I know you just said right now, like, oh my God, it's gonna be hard. It is, but it's gonna be worth it in the end when that person is complete, for sure.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. And y'all, if you also have knocked doors after 10, give a shout out to this guy. We'll celebrate all of you.
Yeah, all of y'all, everybody.
But thanks for being here, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Door to Door Team Podcast.
Peace out, y'all.